Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing Ninjago set number 71781, Lloyd's Mech Battle EVO. This set comes with 223 pieces and retails for about $19.99 in the US. This is a brand new Ninjago set for the year of 2023, and I am very excited to break it down and give my thoughts on it in today's video. My goal for today's video is to simply talk about this set according to my own opinion, as openly and honestly as possible. I am not a professional LEGO reviewer. You have come to the wrong channel if you're looking for professional LEGO reviews. I just want to give my personal thoughts on this set, and so far my first impressions of this set are fairly positive. Each of the mechs that you get in this set has its own strengths and its own weaknesses. Neither of these mechs are perfect, but I think this is a pretty cool matchup between a Lloyd mech and a Bone Warrior mech. I had a lot of fun with this set, and especially with comparing and contrasting the two different mechs, and I am very much looking forward to spending some time talking about this set. Before we get started discussing the actual set though, here's a quick look at the box. Very simplistic Ninjago core box as per usual, nothing too special going on here. So starting things off with minifigures, here we have the newest rendition of Golden Lloyd, which is new for this year. This is a brand new figure exclusive to this set, and this is the newest Golden Lloyd, like I said, and this one is specifically for Ninjago core. So in the past we got Legacy Golden Lloyd. I guess this is Ninjago core's version of Golden Lloyd. I like how this one looks quite a bit. The printing on the torso is rather nice. I love the addition of the green hands. That sets it apart from the other Golden Lloyds. Awesome choice in my opinion. And yeah, that printing is really nice, very reflective, as well as you can see as I'm, catching the light with it. Very reflective all around the figure. The back also looks rather nice, very much Ninjago core inspired. Pretty sure that mask is new too. I don't think we've received that specific mask in these specific colors, the gold and the regular green headband. I believe we got the darker green headband a while ago, but never with this bright green headband, so I'm pretty sure that's new as well. Awesome choice. Lloyd also has a golden katana, and what's not new for this figure is that face, which is still the exact same Lloyd face that we've been getting for years. Nothing really new there, and even though this figure isn't really new all over, it still is new for this year, and it is exclusive to this set, which makes me think that this figure right here is going to be the primary reason why a lot of people end up buying this set, especially Lloyd fans who are trying to collect all the different Lloyds. Lloyd's opponent in this set is a Bone Warrior. We've taken a look at these guys before on the channel as well, and he has the two Bone Shurikens, which are new pieces for this year. Very awesome figure overall. Not my favorite bone villain out there, but still, he's pretty cool. Love his colors overall, love that design, and overall this guy is perfectly fine, but we've taken a look at him in other reviews, so he's nothing new for the channel, but he is a new figure for this year, along with the Lloyd that you get in this set. So two brand new figures. That's a pretty good deal for Ninjago core. So as the name of the set suggests, this is a mech battle between two mechs. We have Lloyd's mech on the right and the Bone Warrior's mech on the left. We'll take a look at Lloyd's mech first, so let's get the Bone Warrior's mech out of the way. We'll take a look at that one here after. But with Lloyd's mech, it is a very basic design. Nothing really too major going on here, nothing really new either. This is very similar to other EVO mechs that we've received in the past. In fact, just bringing in a couple of EVO mechs from last year, as you can see, they are pretty much the exact same in terms of construction. This new Lloyd mech isn't really anything new in terms of its design or its construction, but it is new in terms of being a new mech for Lloyd, so let's treat it as a new mech since it technically is a new mech. The construction may be similar to other mechs, but it is still a new mech. So in terms of the design, very cool design, just bringing it in a little bit closer. Obviously more gold than green, but green is very prevalent throughout the build as well. Just flipping it around so you can see the back. Pretty solid back, not really as clean as I would like it to be, but also not extremely unfinished either. Lloyd just kind of sits in there. He just stands in there. The canopy will fold around him, as is the case with other EVO mechs. He also has a flag on the top, which is not a sticker, that is a print. Not sure what that flag is supposed to be representing, but it's a flag nonetheless. You have these shoulder pads on the top of the mech that can indeed move. You can adjust those any which way that you want. Also, this weird assembly on the back with these fins. You can change that if you want. Not sure why you would. Maybe you want to flip it all the way around. So if you want to, you can pose the fins like that. Kind of looks like the mech has wings now. That is simply attached with a friction peg from Technic, so it's not going to spin freely, but it will spin if you apply any type of pressure to it. Once again, just display it however you want. It's up to you. Lloyd's mech does have a weapon, a nice silver sword. You can pull that out if you want and have Lloyd the minifigure wield that, though it might be a little bit too big for him. Otherwise, yeah, this is totally the mech's sword. The mech also has some detailing on the front right there. That is a print, and on the arms, those are also prints. No stickers used on this set, thank goodness. Everything is a print. Those pieces are actually quite nice. And in terms terms of articulation, like all of the other EVO mechs out there, this mech is actually quite posable. The arms are on ball joints, so you can get any type of movement that you want there. In, out, front, back, anything and everything that you might want. Also, the hands are on ball joints, so you can pose those every which way that you want. Wrist articulation is present. That is the same for the other hand as well. And the arms are built using those SCCBS joints that just have the bend in there already, which I think adds to the dynamic posing of this mech, but there isn't like an elbow joint or anything like that. That's already sculpted in there. Same deal with the legs. Unfortunately, this is a mech that is kneeless. I love mechs with knees, but this thing, I will give it a pass because the knees, like the arms, are already sculpted in there. Same piece used on the upper arm, and also just like the arms, the legs are also on ball joints. Any type of movement is achievable here. You can get a very high kick. That's pretty impressive right there. And you can also go backwards a lot as well. So posability is not a problem with this mech. The feet are also on ball joints, so you can go ahead and pose those any which way that you want. And the feet, for some reason, the back of the feet have these weird thrusters on there. Makes me think that maybe this mech could actually achieve flight in the story. If you really wanted to have this mech fly, it probably could. It doesn't fly in real life, but in your imagination, maybe it'll fly. You also have these armor pieces on the side of the thigh. We've seen those used in other core sets before as well. And overall, this mech for Lloyd is pretty much a fine mech for Lloyd. It's not really anything new, but it is familiar. If you've gotten any of the other core sets and any of the other core mechs especially, you probably know how this is going to work, but it's just a new mech for Lloyd, so you know, can't really pass that up if you are a Lloyd fan, of course. This mech right here, though, is the mech for the Bone Warrior, and much like the other core mechs, it is very similar in terms of its construction. Just bringing in those other mechs that we compared to Lloyd's mech earlier, you can see how it stacks up next to some of those other core mechs. Very similar in terms of construction, just like all the core mechs out there, and we already compared it next to Lloyd's mech, so we really don't need to do that comparison again. But in terms of which mech I prefer from this set, I actually prefer this one. I think this is the better of the two mechs, if I'm being wholeheartedly honest here. The mech isn't perfect, it has some problems, but I think compared to Lloyd's mech, this one is a lot more fun, a lot more unique, and a lot more dynamic in its posability and its design. Love the colors, the black, the gray, the white, very much Bone Villain themed. Could have used a little bit more green as I pull one of the scythes out there. That's a good segue into the weapons. We get two of these weapons for this mech. It's kind of like a bone scythe thing, and these just attach to the arms like so. They plug into those hands down there, and if you want to, you can take this scythe, plug it into this one down here, and have a double bladed scythe if you really want to. So you have a couple of different options with this guy in terms of weapons. And I like how this is built. This is actually reminding me of the golden mech with how this canopy is attached. It kind of looks like a hat. So that's awesome. In fact, pretty sure I can reach the golden mech from here. Yes. Bear with me. Here's the original golden mech. Some slight modifications, but as you can see, that thing also has a very similar construction with the top of it, where it's kind of like a hat that you can open up. I have Legacy Lloyd in there for some reason. Don't ask, but yeah, this mech is very similar to the golden mech in terms of that hat design. Can't really go wrong with that, I will say. But going back to the actual mech in question here, the Bone Warrior sits in there rather snugly. You can just open that up and he just kind of sits in there or stands in there just like Lloyd does. Closing that up and closing that will give you the more complete look. And in terms of articulation, it's the exact same as Lloyd's mech. Ball joints at the shoulders will allow for some inward and outward movement depending on what you want. The legs are also on ball joints just like Lloyd's mech. You can get a high kick back that far. The feet are on ball joints too. And like Lloyd's mech, no elbows, no knees. As you can see, we do have the same SCCBS joints, except this time we get them in red. Awesome color. I would love to collect a bunch of those pieces in a wide variety of colors. Can't really go wrong with that. Of course, it does kind of limit the knee and elbow movement. In fact, it limits it to the point where there's none. But still, you do have a simulated knee, simulated elbow. Better than nothing, I'd say. The back of the mech also has these things with these new bone scythe pieces. Those are new pieces for this year. You can take those off and have the Bone Warrior wield them as little axes if you really want to, but they're supposed to be plugged into the back of the mech here, and they're just supposed to be decorations. But you can adjust those any which way that you desire. It's up to you, and I'm pretty sure that'll just about do it for the Bone Warriors mech. It certainly isn't the most exciting mech out there, but it's cool. I like this design. I like it a lot more than Lloyd's mech. I just feel like we've seen enough Lloyd mechs at this point. This is actually a small villain mech that I do really enjoy. So in terms of which mech I think is better, I'm gonna go with this one. Might be kind of a hot take, but that's just my take. Really quick before we wrap up the video, here we have the spare parts in this set. Not very many spare parts, but you do get a couple of them. And here we have the instruction booklet. Again, very standard instruction book, and there are no stickers in this set, so I do not have a spent sticker sheet to show you. So for my final thoughts on Lloyd's Mech Battle EVO, this set isn't too bad. I think in terms of value, this set is one of Ninjago Core's strongest ones. You do get 2 mechs for $20, that is a very good price, and the piece count in this set does justify the price. I think the younger Ninjago fans would appreciate this set a little bit more than the older fans though. Since there are 2 mechs here, one good guy mech, one bad guy mech, the set makes it very easy for play, but in terms of an older fan perspective, I still think there is some value here. Like I said, that golden Lloyd minifigure is exclusive to this set, and it is brand new for this year, so I can imagine a lot of older Ninjago fans who are collectors will buy this set specifically for that minifigure. But as a fan of LEGO mechs, I also find that these 2 mechs make fine additions to my mech collection, so I'm pretty happy with this set all things considered. It certainly isn't my favorite Ninjago Core set out there, but it's totally fine and inoffensive. I would totally recommend this if you guys are on a budget, or if you're just looking for some awesome Ninjago mechs to play with. This is probably the best bet. So with that being said, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below discussing what you think about this set, and what did you think of my review. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you guys enjoyed today's video, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again really soon. Peace.